Irish Scrapper back with another project for you today. Today we're going to make a festive candle. It's a very quick and easy project to make. You choose a candle, you can have it whatever size or shape you like. This is the one I've chosen. And what we're going to do is make it festive looking. So what we'll need is some StazOn ink because it's a permanent ink, a scissors, an acrylic block. I've chosen a snowflake stamp and a Merry Christmas sentiment, some flat back pearls which are self-adhesive, a heated up gun, some white tissue paper, and lastly some wax paper. Now the tissue paper has a different texture on either side. There's a smooth side and there's a dull side to the tissue paper. So I've had a little play about with it and have found out that to stamp on the smooth shiny side gives the best result. So stamp up your ink with the StazOn, ink up your stamp with the StazOn rather. And I have both stamps on the acrylic block together here, and I'm pressing firmly down onto the tissue paper. Now the next step is to take your scissors and to cut around your stamp as close to the stamp as possible. So in other words, the least amount of tissue paper left around the stamping, the better. But you don't have to be too particular, you know, just easily around the stamp, and yeah, that's it. As you can see, there's bits of tissue left around my image. There we go. So the next step in the process is to place the stamp tissue paper on the candle wherever you want it to go. So I'm going to pull it down a bit here because I want to put a candle around the top, or a ribbon around the top. The next thing is to take your piece of wax paper and place it over the tissue paper and pull it firmly around to the back of the candle. This gives you something to hold on to, and it also keeps the stamped image in place. Make sure it's crease free. Take your heated up tool and turn it on, and then bring it towards the candle, not too close, and just let the candle warm, and as it turns translucent, and you'll be able to see it turning translucent, you can turn the heat tool off. Now I think I'm just about happy with that. You have to leave it cool for a minute or two, and when you're happy that it's cooled, you can start to take the wax paper off carefully. Now as I'm taking it off here, I can still see a little bit of the tissue paper, so I'm putting the wax paper back over it again. And I'm actually going to go back in with the heat tool for just another minute or so. There we go. And once again, remember to leave it cool. And when you're happy that it's cooled for a minute, you once again carefully remove the wax paper. Now you can see that the image has transferred to the candle, and it looks fine. So what I wanted to do here was to embellish the snowflake a little bit, so I decided that I'd use flat back pearls, which are self-adhesive. I place one of the larger size pearls in the middle of the snowflake. And then I'm going to place 6 of the smaller size pearls on each of the points around the stamped image. Remember now that you can use any kind of an image on these candles. It doesn't have to be festive. Anything that you can actually stamp or inkjet print onto tissue paper will transfer to your candle. So it's endless possibilities what you can put onto your candle. Then what I wanted to do was, and I'd forgotten to bring it over with me, was to place a red ribbon around the top of my candle and tie a bow on it. You can't see it here, but the still shot at the end of this tutorial will show the candle with the red ribbon tied around the top of it. It'll also show an example of another candle I made, which was bigger and not festive. So that's our project for today. Please subscribe.